Hello, my name is Monachi Franskavi, and today we'll discuss the internal communication in the South African corporate context by using the following Western theories developed by James Clear. Internal communication. Internal communication is widely regarded as an investment in the organization's success, one that underpins the organization's effectiveness and sustainability, defined by Lee et al. In 2021. Because South Africa has a different background with different people, different kinds of cultures and races, these factors will have an impact on how we communicate in the workspace. We will be looking at the two-way symmetric communication model, the excellent theory, and the stakeholder relationship management theory to see how we can combat these challenges. We will also look at one African theory that we will discuss later in the video. So let's start with the first theory, the two-way symmetric communication theory. Two-way symmetric communication theory. This theory emphasizes on dialogue and mutual understanding between an organization and the stakeholders. So how are we going to use this theory for our common goal? One, by reducing information overload. So instead of overloading the employees with top-bottom messages, organizations can create an interactive platform to better understand what information the employee actually needs. We can do this by conducting surveys. So in the surveys, we will know what the employee lacks, what the employee knows, and how we can improve in that aspect so that productivity goes up. Two, improving inclusivity. In a country with diverse languages and educational background, communication should be adjusted in a participatory feedback loop, ensuring that employees understand and engage with messages. So how are we going to do this? You're going to conduct the surveys in their native language. So as an Afrikaans speaking person, I will do the survey in Afrikaans. This will make me more open to communicate what problems I have and things I can do to better it. This will also make me feel more included. The second theory will be the excellent theory. The excellent theory. This theory specifies how public relations makes the organization more effective, how it's organized and managed when it contributes to most of the organization's effectiveness, the conditions in the organization, and the environment that makes the organization more effective, and how the monetary value of public relations can be determined. So how are we going to use this theory for our common goal? One, by elevating communication to a strategic level. Many South African companies limit their communication departments to a technical role. The excellent theory suggests that communication leaders should be a part of the executive decision making, ensuring alignment with the organization's goals. Two, encouraging ethical leadership. The theory promotes transparency, which is crucial in encountering the corruption in this trust in the South African workspace. The next theory we're going to talk about is the stakeholder relationship theory. The stakeholder relationship theory. This theory focuses on the long-term mutual beneficial relationship between the organization and its stakeholders. So how are we going to use this theory for our mutual goal? One, by customizing communication for the diverse employees. So since employees are very educated in their language and their background, companies should customize communication services to meet different expectations by utilizing their native language or using bilingual signs and instructions in the workplace. Two, promoting a culture collaboration. Encouraging direct engagement with the employee can reduce high bottlenecks and facilitate better organization alignment. So being more intact with your employees in their culture and their background will promote the productivity and employee relationship and stakeholder relationship. A possible African theory that could be considered to overcome the challenges in the internal South African corporate environment is the Ubuntu communication theory. I've chosen this theory because it can effectively address many of the internal communication challenges in the South African corporate context. So what challenges can this theory combat? One, it is found that the trust between the employees and the management is very weak due to historical styles of leadership. So the Ubuntu communication theory can encourage open participatory communication where the employees feel valued and included in the decision making. So organizations can implement more frequent face-to-face engagement sessions where the employee can voice their concerns. The second challenge would be the different literacy levels and the cultural background, which has an effect on the communication effectiveness. So to promote inclusivity by ensuring that all employees, regardless of their background, feel respected and included in the communication process. So companies should integrate the multiple language, visual storytellings, and cultural sense of message to ensure that communication resonates with all the employees. So South Africa has a lot of challenges due to its rich culture, but also there are ways to combat and to make it more efficient.